A drum snaps through the Yangon dusk. Two fighters, bare feet powdered with dust, clap their arms in the ancient Lechomang war dance. No gloves, no judges, nowhere to hide. When the bell cracks, they rush together and slam foreheads. The first legal headbutt of the night. In Lethwei, a bout ends only when someone can't beat the count. If neither man folds, both earn an honorable draw, their faces striped crimson under bamboo lights. Tonight, you'll discover how this 1,000-year-old bare-knuckle right escaped temple shadows, blew up streaming charts, survived political chaos, and now flirts with a blockbuster comeback that could rewrite combat sports history. Stick around, because the final twist involves a 7.7 magnitude quake, a Facebook bombshell, and a rumored trilogy fight fans called Impossible. Section 1. Origins etched in stone. Deep inside Myanmar's Bagan Plain, 11th century temples hide faded frescoes of bare-fisted duels. Warriors locked in clinches while monks look on. Historians trace these carvings to the pagan dynasty, when caravan guards blended battlefield strikes with ritual contests held after harvest. Villagers soon dug challenge pits, circles of tamped earth where anyone could fight any time, until a clear knockout crowned the victor. Winning brought rice, silk, and bragging rights. Losing meant bruised pride and sometimes broken bones. Yet even losers walked tall, because a man who dared the pit proved his courage before the community. Legends tell of itinerant monks refining brutal brawls into a disciplined art, teaching recruits to guard trade routes snaking along the Irrawaddy River. Over centuries, the sport's heartbeat stayed constant. Finish or draw, no points, no pity. But timeless rituals were destined to collide with modern sport. Section 2. Rules that worship the knockout. Under classic yo-yar rules, a Lethwei bout runs 5 3-minute rounds with 2-minute breaths. Fighters wear only tape and gauze wraps. Everything else, shirts, shoes, gloves, is banished. All 8 Muay Thai weapons apply, plus the 9th, the headbutt. A single 2-minute injury timeout lets a stunned fighter clear fog and charge back. If nobody falls for good, the result is an automatic draw that locals cheer as a shared badge of stamina. That 9th limb rewrites distance. Boxers who guard tight risk a skull crashing through their gloves. Kickers who linger in mid-range invite a dive-bombing forehead. The head forces lateral footwork, unpredictable angles, and clinch frames that look more like street scuffles than ring choreography. A newer, international rule set, used when athletic commissions demand judges, keeps the same weapons, but adds scoring for damage and aggression. Yet purists dismiss points as foreign noise. For them, a fight must end with the quiet honesty of a knockout, or the mutual respect of a draw. To survive such unforgiving math, warriors forge themselves in brutal ways. Section 3. Forging human weapons. Sunrise at Yangon's Thut Tea Gym. Heavy teak posts line the yard like giant pencils. Fighters whip shins and fists against the wood, layering microfractures that calcify into stone-hard armor. Between rounds, they slap leather pads, not with gloves but with foreheads, to condition the skull plate that will soon spear through an opponent's guard. Across town, Phoenix Lethwei Gym offers the modern flip side. Padded floors, strength cages, and a roster of traveling athletes chasing that 9th limb edge. Students alternate pad flurries with Muay Thai-style clinch throws, learning to yank a neck down while blasting an upward headbutt, a move illegal almost everywhere else. Outside Myanmar, 5-time champ Dave Leduc uploads tutorials from Canada and Thailand, breaking down elbow-to-butt combinations and defensive framing drills. In one clip, he cracks a coconut with a snap of the brow, then grins. Imagine that was someone's nose. Millions have watched. These training yards feed a domestic amateur circuit where teenagers rack 50 festival bouts before turning pro. By the time a fighter enters Yangon's Thawuna Stadium, pain is an old friend, and the crowd expects carnage. That raw preparation primed the sport for a 21st century explosion. Section 4, Streaming Era Boom, 2016-2020. October 2016, Tokyo's storied Korakuen Hall sells out for the first International Lethwei Federation Japan (ILFJ) card. Japanese fans gasp at bare fists slamming into skulls. No gloves, no mercy. 2 months later, World Lethwei Championship, WLC, broadcasts its inaugural Yangon PPV, branding itself the biggest bare-knuckle league on Earth. The promotion strikes gold with a storyline made for clicks. Burmese hero Tun Tun Min versus Canadian disruptor Dave Leduc. Their 2016 title fight ends in a theatrical draw, elbows, headbutts, and 3 knockdowns apiece. Social feeds explode. Highlight reels loop across Reddit and Instagram. In 2020, France-Cambodia striker Suris Manfredi stopped Spain's Misha Katz to become Lethwei's first recognized female world champion, smashing a centuries-old gender wall. Her victory video racks up 4 million views in 3 days. Female signups at Yangon gyms spike. Netflix docs, Joe Rogan podcasts, and One Championship cameos push the art onto mainstream radar. Suddenly, 9 Limbs slithers into bar talk alongside Muay Thai and MMA. But while the spotlight blazed, politics flicked the switch. Section 5, Turbulence, Tragedy, and Rumors, 2021-2025. February 2021, Myanmar's military seizes power. International broadcasts freeze, sponsors vanish. WLC mothballs operations until further notice. Fighters keep training, but the global megaphone falls silent. Worse, middleweight star 2-2, arrested after a street protest, never makes it home. Reports trickle out in July 2023 that he didn't survive custody. Fans mourn online. Some call him the sport's first modern martyr. Just as promoters regain footing, disaster strikes from underground. On 28 March 2025, a MW 7.7 earthquake rips through central Myanmar, topples pagodas, and forces the cancellation of a high-profile Myanmar vs. Thailand charity supercard scheduled for May. Stadium bleachers become relief shelters overnight. Yet hope flickers. In May, the dormant WLC Facebook page posts a cryptic banner. Are you ready for our comeback? No date, no venue, just a blood-red logo and a wink emoji. Speculation explodes. Will Lethwei return bigger than ever, or fade into myth? While the homeland reels, the art quietly spreads its wings abroad. Section 6. Global spread and legal battlegrounds. Japan's ILFJ keeps staging 4-card seasons at Korakuen, pairing Burmese veterans with hungry Kyokushin converts. Singapore sanctions small hall shows under hybrid rules. Austria and Poland approve full contact cards when doctors sign off. And then there's Wyoming, the only U.S. state crazy enough to greenlight headbutts. In 2024, its athletic commission codifies Lethwei scoring, allowing promoters to choose knockout only or judge-scored variants. Combat sports forums explode. If Vegas bans headbutts, maybe Cheyenne will own them. Champions leverage the diaspora. Dave Leduc teases a U.S. comeback fight. Suris Manfredi tours Europe teaching elbow-to-head chains. Japanese prospect Saw Sarboir calls out anyone over social media. His Tokyo knockouts garnering 500,000 view shorts. Even Muay Thai arenas flirt with crossover bouts, advertising the novelty of taped fists and 9-limb mayhem. And as new markets bloom, fresh faces sharpen their brows for glory. Section 7. New blood and upcoming headlines. Tun Tun Min, still the open-weight Golden Belt king, fresh off a 4th-round knee KO defense last season. Rumors swirl of a trilogy with Dave Leduc if visas clear. R. Dave Leduc, social media juggernaut flirting with a bare-knuckle boxing crossover, yet insisting, Lethwei is my heart. Fans dissect every Instagram story for hints of return. Suris Manfredi, globe-trotting ambassador, proving 9 limbs work just fine in a woman's hands. Saw Sarboir, ILFJ loudmouth whose flying headbutt KO in Tokyo made ESPN Top 10. Tun Min Aung, Shui Yarman, Kaya Swar Win, hungry prospects stacking amateur draws and calling out the champs. Meanwhile, matchmakers whisper about a year-end Leduc vs. Tun Tun Min the Through, framed as the rubber match that could shatter pay-per-view ceilings if Myanmar's borders open wide enough. With stakes that high, only one question remains. Conclusion: will Raw stay raw? Lethwei lives in paradox. It's ancient yet viral, niche yet global, too visceral for some networks yet addictive for fight fans jaded by judges' math. Its soul is the headbutt, the injury timeout, the draw celebrated like twin gold medals. If WLC's comeback lands, the art could explode into a mainstream phenomenon, streamed in 4K with sponsors and pyrotechnics. But every step toward polish risks sanding away the brutal edge that makes Lethwei unique. Can it keep the honor of the draw, the roar of bare skull on bone, and still thrive under stadium spotlights? Or will the sport remain a cult rite whispered by those who crave combat's rawest truth? One thing is certain. Somewhere in Myanmar tonight, drums echo across a dirt ring. Two fighters clap the age-old salute, and a crowd leans in, waiting for the next headbutt to decide whether the story ends in glory or the respectful silence of an undefeated draw. The bell is ringing. Who's ready to watch?